Okay, let's dive right in. We're doing a deep dive today into a source that really lays out career paths, specifically around talent data integration. And our mission really is to figure out from this material, is getting good at talent just another skill? Or is it genuinely a launch pad for like significant career growth? What doors actually open up?
Yeah, and the source sets the stage pretty well. It talks about the big data challenges companies have now, complex systems, different clouds, governance being absolutely critical. And platforms like Talend, especially now they're part of Killick, are positioned as, well, pretty central to tackling all that.
Exactly. It feels like it's moved way beyond just building basic data pipelines.
Yeah.
The stuff we looked at really emphasizes this shift towards mastering performance, data quality at scale, and designing proper architectures.
Mhm.
So yeah, the source digs into where talent skills can lead, from entry level right up to seasoned pros.
Okay, so based on this source, what are the typical ways people get started? What are those trajectories? Well, it maps out the common entry points quite clearly. Most often, the source notes people start as a talent developer or maybe a general ETL developer. The focus there is the core building work, designing, actually building, deploying data pipelines, using the Talend tools for the transformations, and getting data where it needs to go. Data engineers are often in the mix too, especially for bigger, more complex integrations.
Okay, that makes sense for getting your foot in the door. But how do you level up? What does the source say you need to do to move beyond just building jobs?
Ah, right, the growth piece. This is key. The material makes it clear that moving up to senior developer or a lead role, that requires a different mindset. It's less about just making a job run and more about making it run well, efficiently, reliably. So you need to design for performance right from the start. Implement reusable patterns so you're not constantly solving the same problems. And troubleshoot the really tricky issues, the ones juniors get stuck on. Plus, mentoring others becomes important. This really demands getting into Talend's deeper features. The source specifically calls out mastering things like parallelization, to speed things up,
Yeah.
and building solid exception handling frameworks so the pipelines are resilient.
Right, mastering those more technical aspects seems crucial for seniority. And where does that kind of deep experience lead? Architecture roles.
Exactly. If you connect those deep technical skills with the bigger business needs, the source presents Talend expertise as a direct route to becoming a data architect or an integration architect.
Hmm.
These aren't just about one pipeline, they're looking at the whole data ecosystem. An architect needs to figure out how Talend fits into the company's whole tech stack, weigh the pros and cons of different integration approaches, ensure everything's reliable, and crucially, build systems that can actually scale up as data volumes explode.
Got it. Are there other, maybe more specialized paths outlined in the material?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Several distinct tracks are mentioned. One is specializing as a data quality specialist. That means really digging into Talend's specific data quality tools. They're a key part of the platform to standardize data, cleanse it, govern those critical assets.
Okay.
Another path is the Talend administrator. These are the folks keeping the platform running, managing servers, handling job orchestration, often using other tools alongside Talend, dealing with cloud deployments, setting up monitoring, alerting, the whole infrastructure side.
Right.
And then there's the Talend consultant route, advising different companies, different industries on best practices, helping them implement Talend effectively for whatever their business needs are.
And the source also brought up the QLIC integration. How's that changing things for career paths?
That's a really important point the source makes. With Talend being part of Kruk now, it suggests new roles are starting to pop up right at that intersection. Roles that kind of bridge that gap between traditional data integration and the analytics side. Finding new ways to get value by linking data ingestion and quality checks directly to generating insights downstream. It's about that whole end-to-end data flow.
Okay, so we've sketched out these potential paths based on the source. Let's make it practical. How does someone listening actually use this? How do you apply this knowledge to, grow your own career or build out a team?
Right. For individual data pros, the advice from the source is be strategic with your learning. Don't just learn the UI clicks. You really need to master performance tuning. Understand why a job is slow and how to fix it using Talend's features. Look beyond just Talend's scheduler. Understand those external orchestration tools. The source really pushes learning Java too, because you often need it for custom components when the out-of-the-box stuff isn't enough.
Mm-hmm.
It also says, dive into the data quality tools if that interests you, or get experience with the infrastructure side, CI/CD pipelines for deploying jobs reliably. The main message seems to be Focus on building solutions that are reusable, well documented so others can pick them up and scalable, and document everything properly.
That's solid advice for individuals. What about for the managers, the data leaders? What's the takeaway for them from this material?
For leaders, the source basically argues that you need to create growth opportunities to keep your good people. Give your talent developers chances to tackle those complex problems. Let them optimize slow jobs, maybe explore platform admin tasks, or involve them in architectural discussions. The source pretty directly links providing that kind of structured career growth path to better talent retention.
Makes sense. And from the hiring perspective, any angles there?
Yeah, the material suggests hiring managers shouldn't just see talent experts as, like, code monkeys. With the right support inside the company, the source argues these folks have the potential to grow into architects, consultants, real platform strategists who can guide the wider use of talent.
Okay, so boiling it down, the main takeaway from this source seems to be talent isn't just presented as a tool you learn, it's framed more like a career accelerator.
Exactly. The source strongly suggests that whether you're the engineer building the pipelines or the leader managing the team, really understanding where talent expertise can lead. That helps you hire smarter, keep your talent longer, and ultimately deliver more impactful data projects.
And just to mention, the source we looked at today, it notes the full details or in a blog called Your Talent Career Path, where are the growth opportunities located?
Hmm.
And it also mentions Curate Partners as a resource in this space.
And maybe a final thought to leave people with, building on all this. As you think about these paths, specializing deep in data quality or becoming that architect who weaves together complex multi-cloud setups, it does make you wonder. In this world of increasingly complex, messy data landscapes, is really mastering a single powerful platform like Talend becoming even more valuable than just having broad, maybe surface-level knowledge of lots of different tools, something to chew on as you plan your own career moves?
That's a really interesting question to consider. Thanks for walking us through the source today.
My pleasure. Always good to talk through this stuff.
All right, we'll catch you on the next deep dive.